Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka. Yeah, it's been kind of a while since I've done a video. First of all, just been busy. I got a new house, getting everything set up for that. Just so you know, I'm not moving to my new house or my new place anytime soon, but we are getting that set up. There's been other stuff going on in my life, so I just haven't been making videos a whole lot. I still do. In fact, I'll give props to Mitch if he's going to watch this video. I'll give props to Goldsmith Entertainment Mitch. He's been making a lot more videos than I have the last week or two. So I'll give him props to that for once. He's actually beating me on videos. Um, but this is going to be kind of a late review. The New Japan G1 special in San Francisco at the Camp House. Now, I've only mentioned a few times, but the reason this is a late review is because this was my first New Japan show I attended live. So when I got home, it was almost 1 o'clock. I went with Noah, Alpha Zoe, and Andre, aka DJ Fresh. All four of us went there. Now, what happened was I was told the wrong time. I didn't know the show started at 5. I was told it started at 7. Now, I know who told me it started at 7 or thought it started at 7. I'm not going to mention any names here. But bottom line is it didn't start until 5. And we got there around 6, if I'm not mistaken. So we were pretty much an hour late. But from what I heard, the show started actually around 5:30 because I guess they were running late on the show. So unfortunately, we did miss the first couple matches. But I do have the show recorded on Access TV. I just finished watching the first 3 or 4 matches that we missed. And then starting from the Young Bucks is where we actually saw it live. Like when we got there, the Jeff Cobb's match just ended and the Young Bucks match was about to start. So therefore, from the Young Bucks all the way to the very end, that's when we watched the entire rest of the show live in attendance. So I'm going to give you my review on G1, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on from live standpoint. So we're going to go to TV matches. So only 4 matches we missed out of the 9. So we have the opening. We have Bullet Club defeated Chaos in a 10-minute tag team match. It's usually tradition. They usually start with the tag team matches first. Usually that's kind of like a pattern I notice with Japan. They usually start with kind of the lower card, like tag team matches first, and then they build it up to more important matches. Basic tag match. I mean, nothing really exciting. Again, the only thing I wish I saw this match live because I love the Bullet Club theme to death. And the fact, if I was told 5 o'clock ahead of time, or if I double checked, either I should have double checked with somebody or whatever the case may be. And we was on this show from top to bottom, and I would love just hearing the Bullet Club theme. Hopefully, they come back in the kind of Bay Area. But either that, it was just a basic 10 match. Nothing a whole lot happened. It was fine for what it was. Nothing amazing. Next, we had Chaos defeat Suzuki Gun tag team match. Another decent match. I thought the tag match they did at Dominion was better, in my opinion. But this one was decent enough. It wasn't bad, but they're definitely building the Ishii and Suzuki storyline of them brawling. I think eventually these two are going to have a one-on-one match. It's going to be kind of like just a brawl, like a street fight or something. I'm predicting they're going to build up, or maybe I could see them maybe fighting at the G1 Climax. Sometime G1 Climax, and then because of that, it builds up, and they finally have a match where just anything goes. Because these two are not done; they just love stiff each other to death. So there's that. Next one, we have Bullet Club. Heyman Page and Marty Scurll defeated Tajuki Japan. I hope I pronounced that right. Tanahashi and Kushida. I would say probably the best match out of the first 3 matches, at least tag matches wise. I like Heyman Page a lot more. I think Heyman Page was slowly starting to grow on fans because he was always that guy that was kind of, even in ROH, was kind of just that guy in the shadows. We didn't really know what to think of him. But he slowly started gaining everybody's attention. And I think because of his match with Kenny Omega, I think that's when people started realizing how great this guy really is. And so I really hope Heyman Page goes far. Who knows? I like to see him feud with the United States champion, which we'll get to later. Marty Scurll is always entertaining, and Tanahashi and Kushida always good athletes. So it was another solid tag match, I thought. Nothing amazing, but in my opinion, definitely better than the other 2 10 matches, in my opinion. Next, this is when the show actually starts picking up. We got Goto defeating Jeff Cobbs for the Never Openweight Championship, or I got to cut New Japan versus All Pro Wrestling, or New Japan versus Lucha Underground. Let's see how many people get that reference. Just finished this one on Access TV just now. Very stiff match. Very good. Jeff Cobbs, the guy's an athlete. The guy's just a great athlete. I think he fits well in Japan. And Goto, I'm starting to become a big fan of his now. I really like Goto. Pretty much a stiff match, suplexes, stiff shots. But at the end of it, Jeff Cobbs ended up unfortunately losing. Go retains. My only downside is I kind of wish this match went a little bit longer, but because of the matches we had later on, I can understand why. Before it was not bad whatsoever. Definitely had its moments, and I thought it was an overall solid match. Next match, we have the Young Bucks. This is when we're actually live in attendance watching this. So this was not on TV. We were watching this live. So the first match we saw that we attended live was this. Young Bucks defeated Sanaa and Evil. I can never pronounce that faction name. I apologize. Can never pronounce it. So Young Bucks defeated Sanaa Evil. Another Dominion rematch. I'm going to say the Dominion match, in my opinion, was better. I just think it was. But this match was very good. And I'm so happy I got to see Young Bucks live for the first time. Because Young Bucks right now are my current favorite tag team in wrestling right now. Whether WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, East Bay Pro, APW, doesn't matter. They're my favorite tag team currently right now in any wrestling promotion. And Sanaa and Evil are great. I really like Sanaa. Evil's growing on me now. These two just work well together. And honestly, I would like to see these guys have one more match. And I'd probably do a 2 out of 3 falls match. I think that would be pretty cool. But then again, we did just recently have a 2 out of 3 falls match with Omega and Okada, so I don't think they would do that. But they did have a third match. I give it some sort of stipulation. Maybe tornado tag rules. Maybe a Iron Man match. I don't know. I just feel like these two just work so well together. I think if you give these guys more time and give them more time to kind of tell a story in the ring and kind of plan more moves out, I think these guys could kill it even better. Because I know these guys can have a way better match. I know these two could kill it easily. But what we got, it was great. The crowd in the arena loved the Young Bucks. We were cheering for the Young Bucks, so it was a lot of fun. Young Bucks retained, which is good. Like I said, I would like to see a rematch with these guys, but maybe some sort of stipulation. Next match, we had Chaos. Okada and Will Ospreay defeated Naito and Bushi. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really know much about Bushi, but Bushi, man, he's a pretty good worker. Seeing him live, he's a really good worker. Will Ospreay, is the second most athletically gifted wrestler alive today, only behind by Ricochet. My opinion only. If you can name other more athletically gifted wrestlers right now, let me know. But the two that come to mind are Ospreay and Ricochet, are the top two right now. Okada still over. Naito was over. Again, tag team match. I was not really expecting them to do a tag match with these guys. I was quite surprised. But they did. And surprisingly, it was really I guess my biggest gripe with this match was it was a little short. It was way short. I thought. I figured to get more time due to the fact that you got such big names like Okada, Ospreay, Naito. You think they'd get more time. But it was a solid match for what it was. They had some good spots, and Okada and Ospreay ended up winning, which I'm fine with. So I don't know what will happen next because I believe the next show is the G1 Climax. So we'll have to wait to see who wins that. But I thought I saw a match. Okay, now this is when the show megally, and I mean mega, went up. This is when the show really picked up from being great. We got Hiromu Takahashi defeating Dragon Lee for IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. First of all, I just got the report that Hiromu suffered a broken neck during the match, and I know exactly what it was. I did that variation that capture suplex, and Hiromu just landed on the back of his head or his neck. It looked nasty. We were there live. Ugh, man, but that spot was scary. So I hope Hiromu has a speedy recovery, and we get to see him come back because that guy's great. But besides that, this match, the crowd ate this match up. This was amazing. Dragon Lee is fucking amazing in the ring, and Hiromu is amazing in the ring. These two just kill it every time. These two just had an unbelievable match. I can't even go into details. There's a sequence where they just kept on German suplexing each other back to back. It was awesome. Literally, Dragon Lee started off the match. Literally, before the match started, he just did, I think, a Hurricanrana and just attacked him about pretty much out of nowhere to get the match going. And from there, they went on for 16 minutes. It felt like 30. And these guys were going back and forth, back and forth. The crowd stood up and was applauding. This match was just amazing. I highly recommend you go back and you watch this match. The junior heavyweight division is awesome right now. The only thing I now want to know is what they could do with Hiromu, because he retained the title, but he did suffer a broken neck. So I don't know if he's going to have to vacate the title. I don't know if this means he's just going to take time off. I don't know what they're going to do, but if they are going to take the title off him because of this injury, I want Dragon Lee in that spotlight to challenge for the junior heavyweight title. Dragon Lee is so impressive. I keep forgetting how amazing that guy is. He's just unfreaking believable. So highly recommend that match. Watching that match. Now, that was match night until this match happened. And I think, in my opinion, this was match night. It's really close. Now, I told people I was looking forward to this match the most. For some reason, I don't know what it was. Jay White versus Juice Robinson for the IWGP US Championship. A lot of people, when they first saw this match, were kind of like, okay, weird. I was really intrigued by this match. This was the big cast in Daniel Bryan back at Backlash when they first did. I was like, this match was intriguing. The difference, though, that match was 7 minutes of boredom. This match was almost 25 minutes of wrestling, violence, storytelling. And I liked how, if you were in the crowd, you know what I'm talking about. The crowd didn't really react too much to Juice Robinson or Jay White during the beginning. They were kind of just like mixed, like, okay, whatever, let's get this over with. But then during the match, Juice was getting more chants, cheers, and then Jay White was getting more boos. Jay White is the Tommaso Ciampa of New Japan. He was the Tommaso Ciampa in this match. He was a prick in this match. And what I like about this too, they did the whole, because the whole story was Juice Robinson was the underdog. He was on a losing streak. And he finally got this big upset victory in a 10 match against Jay White. So he got this opportunity to fight Jay White for the title. And unfortunately, Juice Robinson ended up broke his hand and was in a cast. So it was also a weakness. He had weakness. And because his Jay White snapped, he was no longer Jay White. The Switchblade was bored. He was going to be the more ruthless prodigy, more ruthless champion. And in the match, they even say that if Juice Robinson used the cast as a weapon, which was his left hand, then holy shit, yeah, he would get disqualified. So I like that little story they asked. I mean, he played up a couple times. He wanted to use that hand, but he couldn't. All the fucking barricades got destroyed. Holy shit. We were saying holy shit on barricades being destroyed. It was insane. Everybody fucking hated Jay White. They were chanting, they were loud chanting, fuck you, Switchblade. I was in the crowd, chanting fuck you, Switchblade. Crowd was living on him. They were cheering for Juice, Cannonballs. And then this was the spot that just made Jay White into a prick. This was the moment he got pricked. So JR is on commentary with, I forgot the other guy's name. I apologize immensely. Can't think of his name. But they're doing commentary, and I think what happened was it looked like the Jay White ended up doing a suplex on the barricade. He does a suplex. Sorry, that scared me. He did a suplex on the barricade. He grabs Juice Robinson, does a suplex on the barricade, but I guess he knocks, because he does this, it knocks over JR. And apparently Jay White didn't even apologize. He just like shrugged it off. So it wasn't like, yeah, I did it on accident. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. He didn't accident. He didn't give a shit. And not call the crowd to go asshole on him. Jay White didn't give a crap. He was flipping people off. And then the other commentator ended up getting in the ring and trying to fight freaking Jay White, which was awesome. The crowd loved that. We were there trying to kick his ass and fuck him up. It was great, but he had to go back to the announce table. So the rest of the match was just Jay White, working on the hand, working on Robinson. Robinson was the total underdog. One of the spots we thought was over, referee ended up getting distracted, I believe. Like so much stuff happened. So I apologize if I don't remember every single detail. I know for a fact that referee got distracted. And Juice Robinson ended up using his fist because referee didn't see it. He ended up using the fist because he could and he wanted to use it. He ended up hitting the pulp friction, which is kind of like a version of the Unprettier. He hits it and White kicks out. I think the crowd went nuts. They thought it was legit over at that point. Jay White ended up getting back involved, hits a low blow, keeps working the hand, does these like capture suplexes where he makes Juice Robinson land on his head. He did that twice. He ends up trying to go for the switchblade, which is pretty much a Sister Abigail. He attempted that move at least 3 different times, and we thought the third time was going to be the charm. It was like the third time towards the end of this match, like he's going to hit, it's over. He goes to hit him, and as soon as he rolls back, he gets rolled back by Juice Robinson, gets a roll. 1, 2, 3. Robinson wins with a rope, and the crowd in the building blew up. Everyone blew up. Everybody was applauding. Juice Robinson went from being a New Japan jobber to being the first American to win the IWGP US Championship. And he immediately became one of those guys coming out just like, okay, whatever, too. He was like a Kenny Omega in that match, all because of the match with Jay White and the storytelling and wrestling involved. It was awesome. You had to be in the building to see what I'm talking about. Watching on TV, I am not watching TV, so I don't know how it was, but I guarantee you, watching on TV doesn't compare to it being live. You had to be at that show live to understand what it felt like. That match was amazing. I loved it. I applaud. Congratulations, Juice Robinson. And that guy is amazing on the mic. That guy is awesome on promos. You're not seeing his recent promos. They are awesome. And definitely check out his post match interview as well. He won the championship. That was fucking great. So I love this match to death. Great freaking match. Harry Flynn was not Don Callis. It's the commentary team on Access TV that does Access TV commentary. So it was Don Callis and Kevin Kelly. It was JR and then the other guy. I forgot his name. They usually do the commentary on Access versions. Now let's get on to the main event. Bullet Club versus Bullet Club. Who's the defensive leader for the World Heavyweight Championship? Kenny Omega versus Cody Rhodes. Third time I've seen Cody Rhodes live compete. First time, I believe, was at WrestleMania 31 when he was at Stardust. And the first time we see Kenny Omega live. As a match itself, in-ring standards, it was good. As a storytelling match, it was great. It's just so much happened. I'm going to need to calm down. I'm not going to go through every single detail about this match. But this match went from being a basic singles grud match to then a tables match to then a TLC match, pretty much. They had a ladder. And one of the spots they teased was it looked like Omega was going to suplex Cody Rhodes off the ladder, out of the ring through a table. We were in awe. We're like, no fucking way are they going to do this spot. There is no way. Instead, Cody Rhodes counters the suplex with a superplex of home into the ring. It still sucked. So much storytelling. Cody continued to fight to give Kenny Omega everything he had. Towards the end, like even towards the middle of the match, when the referee got knocked down, you see Cody Rhodes grab the title. And knowing Cody Rhodes, he's such a prick. He's such a great heel. You expect him to hit Omega with the title. He has Omega right where he wants him, but he doesn't hit him with the title. He hesitates, and then just tosses the belt. He almost pulls like a Sami Zayn from NXT TakeOver when he fought Neville, where the referee's down. He had opportunity to hit Neville with the title, but he didn't. It was similar to that. But he ends up turning around, drops the freaking title, and they continue on with the match. Towards the end, Omega was just, he powerbombed Cody outside through the table, did not break, the leg broke. That looked like it sucked. Omega hit a bunch of V triggers, was constantly trying to keep Rhodes down. Brandon came in the ring, started crying, helped pleading Kenny Omega to just stop, you can't continue. You're going to kill him. Cody Rhodes still kept on fighting back. He barely had anything left. He didn't have anything left in the take. And so it really did suck. By the end of the day, Omega hits the one-wing angel, 1, 2, 3, beats Cody. Cody's on the ground. Omega's all burnt out, sweating. He helps Cody up to his feet, and then Cody just kind of stares at Omega for a bit and just rolls out of the ring. And Omega does a post their post-match speech, which was nice. So then Omega and the Young Bucks end up walking back. They're on the stage. Then we see Kinaku, Tamatonga, and Tangaloa, who were at the beginning of first match, kind of doing like a Bullet Club type celebration. The decorations shoot out. The fans are already leaving. The show's over, thinking the show's done. Then the shocker happened. Kinaku, Tamatonga, who, by the way, Tamatonga was in Bullet Club since day one when Prince Devitt was around. He was one of the 4 originals. And Tangaloa, formerly known as Camacho in WWE, all 3 of them turned on Kenny and the Bucks and attacked them. Ripped off the Bullet Club shirt and revealed a brand new shirt called the Firing Squad. They attack Omega in the ring. Young Bucks come in to try to help. Young Bucks get their ass kicked. Then Heyman Page shows up, gets his ass kicked. Marsh Girl ends up hitting Tonga, I think, with the umbrella. No, he hits Tangaloa with the umbrella, but then he gets hit with a gun stun by Tamatonga. They're beating on them. Then we see Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi come in, trying to be peacekeepers, saying like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then out of nowhere, they just assault. They assault Yujiro. They attack Owens. They just beat him down some more. They're all 3 of these men are just beating down the Bullet Club, and this goes on for a long time, at least 5 minutes, until we see Cody come out, and we're thinking this was the plan. Cody Rhodes set this up. It's a Bullet Club split, and Cody Rhodes is the new leader of this new faction. So Cody gets in the ring. They hand him a chair. We think Omega's screwed. Cody's gonna hit Omega with the chair. And then Cody does the unthinkable. He turns babyface and he starts attacking the new firing squad. But unfortunately, the numbers were too much. He gets beaten down. And the firing squad end up hitting a pile driver on the chair. They stand tall and they leave. Bullet Club is no longer fine. So Bullet Club got beaten down. And now we're left to numerous questions like, why did Tamatonga, Tangaloa, and Kinaku turn on Bullet Club? Who's the leader? And another thing people also asked were, like, where was Bad Luck Fale? Because he was one of the first in Bullet Club. Is he gonna join? What about Bone Soldier? The Bone Soldier. I forgot the wrestler's name now, but the Bone Soldier now. Is he a part of it? Where will they stand? Like, why did they turn their back on them? Why is this new group, the firing squad, happening? What's this about? And I like it because a lot of people, I remember this because in G1, I believe last year in the G1 Climax, they did a match with Tamatonga and Kenny Omega. And there was friction because Cody Rhodes believed Kenny Omega was being a bad leader. And Tamatonga was one of those guys that was signed on Cody. He believed Cody was bringing the Bullet Club to its original roots. And he didn't like how Kenny Omega was running things, and they had a match. Maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe he just doesn't like how Kenny Omega's running Bullet Club, so he figured, screw this. We're going to make our own club. We're going to make our own little group. Maybe that's the reason why. And we don't even know where the Bone Soldier and Bad Luck Fale fall into this. Are they going to join? Do they have anything to do with this new squad? Are they going to still stick with Bullet Club? Because Bullet Club is still together, but they just lost a few more members tonight. And now 3 members of Bullet Club are now part of a new faction of their own called the Killing Squad. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but that shocked me. So So after that, we left the show, got a few pictures, but we left. We were tired, but we had fun. It was definitely one of the most fun shows, whether wrestling or just any show in particular. One of the most fun experiences I'll never forget. And this being my first New Japan show live, that really means a lot. And the fact we get to see guys like the Young Bucks, we saw Jeff Cobbs, we saw freaking Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Naito, Okada, Hiromu, a lot of these guys that we love in New Japan right now, we love watching on TV. We get to witness some of these big names. The only thing I wish we would have seen is Jericho. That was the only thing I was really kind of disappointed. Like, I really, really would love to see Jericho. But I already know why Jericho's not involved, because he didn't want to wrestle in the United States, because he didn't want to lose his trust in Vince McMahon. He didn't want to make Vince McMahon think like it was like competition against him. So I understand where Jericho's coming from. So I may not agree with it, but I understand why Jericho did it. So hopefully after this, they're going to be back in Japan. Hopefully we see Jericho again. But I thought this was a fun show. Everybody did great. From all the matches, storytelling wise, shockers, I give it an 8, maybe like an 8.4. I thought this was a lot of fun. This is one of those things I'm going to remember for a long time. Like I said, I highly recommend you start, guys. Even if you guys are not New Japan fans, or if you just watch WWE, please go watch New Japan. I promise you, you won't regret it. New Japan is on fire right now. Please watch it. Give it a chance. It's amazing. It's some of the best wrestling you'll see.